Hi everyone, Doug here. Welcome to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Arkham Horror as we do the Cool Air scenario by Kung Fro on Board Game Geek. We are trying to prevent Ithaca from breaking through and devouring us all. And boy, I screwed up last turn, didn't I? As Mobius pointed out in the comments, and most of you watching were probably screaming, like, what are you doing? Wow, somehow I managed to mash together combat and evasion into one weird hybrid action in my head. It doesn't actually make any sense. So, Michael McGlenn should not have gone through, fought this thing for a round, and then pass through to relay. So we're going to take his turn back and do it correctly. I think I can do it. We have restored the health that he lost in the process. Put back, I think he gained a clue, so he put that back. And he did not end up in relay. So, first of all, little change to his upkeep. Right, I had initially moved his will up to 4 using his 1 focus, but instead I'm going to actually move his sneak up to 2. We're not going to go for the Loigor right now. We're going to do is over this turn and the next try to get his sneak up a bit more so he can actually sneak past it, because it's a fairly easy sneak check. It's a 0 modifier. So yes, we're doing that instead for his last turn's upkeep. And now we're going to go to movement. Okay, instead of moving 1, 2, 3 to the graveyard, it's going to move 1, 2, 3. Send him to the Black Cave. Pick up a clue just as a little bit of insurance against the sneak check that I am considering doing next turn, which will be later on this turn. And we will see what Michael encounters in the Black Cave. Oops, and I dropped a card. I won't choose that one. Instead, you find an old book. If you read it, make a luck 0 modifier check and consult the chart below. His luck's only 2. Yeah, I'm not going to chance it. Well, if anybody wants to see what the possible outcomes were going to be. Alright, so that is what Michael's turn should have been last time. Now we will get properly into this episode's turn 3. Okay, into the upkeep phase of turn 3. Our lead investigator this round is Zoe. For her, we are just going to adjust her will up to 4 in preparation for giving her the maximum chance at closing the other dimension gate when she moves through in a couple of turns. That's all we're going to really do for her. As we will just have to see what her time in another dimension does for her. Move over to Carolyn. Okay, Carolyn. First thing we're going to do is succeed at her story. If Carolyn is at Arkham Asylum, which she is during the upkeep phase, which is now, she may spend $15 to place Cured into play. So yes, we will put that back into the supply and see what happens. secured. The bribe worked. And Carolyn quickly began cross-referencing names, dates, and room numbers. She not only identified her patient's murderer, she discovered fresh information regarding the dark events in Arkham. Carolyn immediately gains 3 clues and is blessed. Well, that's nice. Blessings are good. So we'll grab 3 clues for her. Put those there. And yes, give her the blessing card. She'll be rolling the lovely blue dice. The other thing we have to do on our upkeep, we're now a couple of turns into having the bank loan, so we do need to resolve the upkeep phase. So we're going to roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, we're going to pay $1 or discard all items. She does have $2, but we'll see if she even needs to pay it. On a 1, 2, or 3, and it's not a skill check, so we don't do anything special. We rolled a 5. She does not have to pay any interest. The other thing we will be doing is moving her speed to 3, because at 2, oops, there's nowhere she can get except the bank again, or Independence Square, where she's going to get sucked through into another dimension, which we don't want, because hopefully Zoe will close that very soon. So I think we're going to be sending her off to Hibbs Roadhouse, where she can get a clue, and it's one of the spots where you can potentially get money, which she's going to need a supply of cash to make sure she doesn't default on the bank loan. All right, now on to Michael. All right, Michael, we're going to try to do this correctly this time. We're going to move. You can only move 1 space with this focus. We're going to move his sneak up to 3, and hopefully he'll be able to get past that Loigor and into the relay gate properly, and seal the gate in a couple of turns. That leaves us with Skids. Okay, Skids with a focus of 2. I'm just going to move his lore all the way over to 4, because I'm hoping to going to give his Kabbalah of Sabaoth a try, see if we can get another skill for him. And we'll do that next on the movement phase, which we will now go into. Alright, Zoe's movement is very simple. She will just move on to the next stage of another dimension. And that is that. So over to the other end of the board where Carolyn is. And Carolyn with a movement of 3 will move 1, 2, and 3. Pick up a clue. So she now has 4. So she's almost in a state where she can close the gate. And yes, she will have an encounter at Hibbs Roadhouse shortly. Next up, fingers crossed on this next bit, Michael will do his movement. Alright, Michael in the Black Cave. He's going to move to Rivertown, then to the graveyard, where he will attempt to sneak past the Loigor so he can visit Relaya. He has a sneak of 3. We have 1 clue, so we can re-roll if we absolutely need to. Come on. Okay. We will be using a clue. There we go. A 6. Huzzah. Yes, 0 modifier in the Loigor, fortunately. He had to spend the clue, but he snuck past it, and is going to get pulled through and start working in another dimension. Well, not the another dimension. In Relaya, which is another dimension. All right, that leaves us with Skids' movement. Okay, Skids has a speed of 3, but we're going to exhaust his map of Arkham, giving him 4 speed. So we're going to move 1, 2, stop at the witch house, grab this clue, giving him 5. So we can think about sending him through gates. And he gets a 3rd clue added to his story. We're nearly there. Now he's got 2 points of movement left. So if we look at his tome here, during the movement phase, exhaust and spend 2 movement points, which we will do, to make a lower -2 check. If we pass, he's going to gain a skill and we'll get rid of the card. If we fail, nothing happens though. So that's... Nothing happening on a fail is a good thing in this game. That's a win. So, he'll only be rolling 2 dice, and he succeeded. Yay! So, as well as exhausting this card, we will be discarding it. And he gets another skill to go with his marksman. He has a +1 will. When we spend a clue, right, to add to a will check, we'll get an extra die. Not bad. That is it for movement. Now we're going to go into the Arkham encounter phase. Now, Zoe is not in Arkham, so we will be skipping her this phase. So we'll be moving on to Carolyn, who is going to have an encounter at Hibbs Roadhouse. And you enter a friendly card game. Make a luck -1 check. Her luck, actually her luck is 4. So she's going to get to roll 3 blessed dice. So she may come into a little bit of money here, which is what we wanted. Yes. Success. If you pass, what to do? You win $5. If you fail, well, not an issue. Okay. Good on Carolyn for getting some of her money back. We'll add that to her player area. She's up to $7. She could either go shopping or, yeah, save up to try to pay off that bank loan. Next up, everybody else is in shots, so Michael, well, for his encounter, he just moves through the gate, ends up in relay. Skids is going to have an encounter at the witch house. Okay, Skids. Pass a luck -1 check to find an odd-looking item in an old dusty display case. Draw 1 unique item. Alright. His luck is 0. Well, his luck is 1, so the -1 will make it 0. So, do I want to spend a clue to give that a go? We are probably going to have him just go around collecting more clues. No, let's save it for now. I mean, it would be nice, but yeah, let's leave it be. Okay, that's it for the Arkham encounters. Now we are going to be going into the Otherworld encounters. Okay, Zoe is in another dimension, for which we can use any colored card. Abyss, Yogoth, Other. The insanity of this place finally hits you. Lose 1 sanity. Okay, she has the healing stone, so during her upkeep next turn, she can get that back. So that wasn't too bad. Let's see what Michael encounters over in Relay. Alright, we want either a red or a yellow card. Oh, picked up a red right away. We're not in the Abyss or the Dreamlands. Other, the humidity and heat is exhausting. Lose 1 stamina. Okay, that could have been much, much worse. Those were pretty harmless encounters. Good. Yeah, that's it for all our encounters. Went fairly well. But now, of course, we have to go into the dreaded Mythos phase. Alright. Let's see what happens. It's a headline. First of all, we get a gate at the Unnameable. Shoot, that's going to eat up a couple of clues. Skids is still okay. He only fails if there's fewer than 3 clues on the board. And even though those go away, yes, we are left with 3. So Skids does not automatically fail. Good. And we picked up the Abyss with a -2 modifier. I guess before I forget, we will add a Doom token to Ithaquah, bringing them up to 4 out of 11. And now it's monster time. It is another Migu. Alright. That's going to turn up here at the Unnameable. Next up we get a clue up here in the woods. Oh, okay, so we have 2 clues in the woods now and 2 at the science building. And now monster movement. So first of all, on white we have hexagons. All we have are circles, crescents, and squares on everything, and none of those symbols appear, so there's no monster movement. Let's deal with our headline. Blue flu. All investigators in jail are released. Okay. No investigators may be arrested until the end of next turn. Leave this card in play until then to indicate this. Okay. Lucky there, another fairly low impact card. I wonder how long this luck can hold up. Alright. That was a fairly successful turn. Nothing really horrible happened. There were a couple of non-events, but that's okay. So we'll see what happens next time. I hope you join me then. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's very much appreciated. And I will see you next time for yet another turn of Arkham Horror. See you then.